Hello everyone, and welcome on back for another video here on the channel. Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. For all of my returning subscribers, hello, welcome back, glad to see you. And if this happens to be your first time stopping by, hello and welcome. My name is Monet, I am 26 years old, and here on this channel I am documenting myself handling my finances. I am a single cash budgeter and I utilize the cash envelope methods. This system has been helping me for the past 3 years. It really helps me stay on track, manage money, and I just wanted to share my journey and my progress to others. And if it inspires and motivates you to join as well, then that would be amazing. But if you are enjoying any of that and you think that would be interesting, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below and join the family. We would love to have you. And don't forget to click the notification bell so that you'll always be notified whenever I upload my next video. All right, so getting into today's video, as we can tell, we are going to be tracking my expenses that I spent for the past week. Typically within these type of videos, I will show you clips of my life within a week, what I spent my money on, and how much I have left within my cash dividers. So it's just a nice way to give you real life examples of how you can use this system and examples of how beneficial it can be. So if you're interested in seeing what I spent my money on for the week, then just keep on watching. All right, so to get us started, let's just get an idea of a layout of what we're working with. So I have my calendar view in front of us so that it can be very simple for me to explain. But when it comes to how I track my expenses for the week, being that I typically get paid on Friday, I like to track my spending between Friday and the Thursday of the next week. So within this spending, we're going to be doing all of the things that I spent cash on between August 4th and August 10th. And this was just a fun weekend, so that's why I thought it would be interesting to track it, because this was the weekend I actually went back home to Jersey, spent some time with my best friend, and we had a nice little girls weekend. That gives you an idea of what we're working with. And now I'm going to take you guys to my expense tracker, because that's where I write all of my transactions. All right, so here we are with my expense tracker. And as a side note, if at the end of this video you feel like all of these sheets would be helpful that I am showcasing, I do have them available for a digital download. I create these budget sheets for each month, and you can print them out at your house for as many times as you want. The links are always down in the description, so be sure to check that out. So since I am a cash budgeter, I always have to highlight that I live by my receipts. So I don't have too many for this week because I did do a lot of spending with my actual debit card because I was in the city. But again, it's the same process. If I swipe my card, I would just take the cash out for whatever category that is, put that in my bank account to cover my spending for there. But typically, if I'm at home, I live by my receipts. And if you don't have the Fetch app, because I always have to mention that whenever I bring up receipts, go ahead and download that. It's a fabulous app. It's very simple. You just scan your receipts. It can be for anything, and you get points, and those points turn into gift cards. So it's a free app. I have a referral link down in my description. So once you sign up and you scan your first receipt, you would get 2,000 points and I would get 2,000 points. And it really comes in handy when you want a quick gift card. I use mine for Dunkin' Donuts because, as we will see, I go to Dunkin' way too often, but yeah, always have to mention that. So the way that I do my expense tracker, as we can see from the week before, I just go ahead and write the date of when I spent the money, the transaction referring to what it was, and then the category that I took it out of my cash divider, and followed by the amount that it costs. I also do not deal with change, so you will see within the clips that I'm showing that the amounts would have changed, but I just round it up to the next dollar because it's just easier for me to track when I don't deal with change. All right, so I think I have all of the explanations explained, and we should be good to go to get started. So we're gonna start my spending on August 4th. So August 4th is actually when I caught the flight back home and arrived back in New Jersey. The first thing that I did, which is so funny, I went and got my eyebrows done. So we're gonna write that as my first expense. because, you know, since I've been in this new state, I've been trying to find people, you know, like my go-to nail girl, my go-to eyebrow girl, but it's been very difficult. So I had to just go back home and go to somebody that I knew would do me right. So for eyebrows, I did take that out of toiletries, and that was a total of $15. The actual cost of my eyebrows is $10, and then I tip the girl who does it with $5. So that was for toiletries. After that, I did go and pick up my best friend. So just as a reference to understand like how my best friend and I hang out, we are the type of girls that if we know we're going to hang out for, you know, a couple of days, she will pay for something and then I will pay for something. So for example, we went to the movies, but you will see that I did not buy a movie ticket because we knew later on we were going to go to dinner, and then I bought dinner for the both of us. So that's just the type of relationship we have. If we know the spending is going to be around the same amount, we don't hassle each other to like pay each other back or split it. We're just fine with paying for it, and then we'll get each other back for the next round. So the next thing that we did was go to the movies. As I said, we went to see the Barbie movie, and while I was there, I got nachos from the concession stand, of course. Took that out of spending, and that was a total of $9. After that, we walked around the mall. We stopped at, I believe it was H&M and Macy's backstage. And I just picked up two like staple pieces. I picked up a dress for work because you can just never have too many black dresses. And I needed another hoodie, like a basic zip up hoodie. I have absolutely none, so I wanted to grab that. So if we total that, I took that out of clothing, and altogether that was $30. All right, so after that, as I said, we were gonna do dinner once we were done, and had to stop by my tried and true places since I'm back home. I love Chinese food. It's one of my like go-tos. So I bought the Chinese food for both of us, took that out of eating out, and that was a total of $20 for that. So as of the first day, August 4th, that's all I did. So getting into August 5th, the first thing that we did was go to the Metro and fill up on our Metro cards to cover all of the subways and transportations that we would need to get to the city. So that was a total of $23 that I took out of spending. Once we arrived in the city, it was so hot, you guys. I think it was 90 degrees that weekend. It was nice, but it was hot. So my best friend stopped at Starbucks to get her a drink, and I stopped at Dunkin' to get me a refresher because I love that drink. So I took that out of eating out, and that was a total of $5 for that. So after that, we headed off to the theater to watch the show. Since we already, you know, bought the tickets prior to this week, I won't include it in my spending, but went and saw the show. It was amazing. Wicked is one of my favorite musicals, and it was my best friend's first time seeing it, so I had a good time. But after the show, we went ahead and went to go eat dinner. And then dinner, I took that out of spending. For the actual meal, my best friend paid for that, and then I covered the tip, and I left $20 for our waiter. He was very nice, and it was very quick. Like, that was the quickest meal I ever had in the city. The food was in and out, and it was delicious. All right, so after dinner, it was pretty late. It was about 7 o'clock. So all we did was, you know, walk around the city, hang out for a little bit, but we really didn't spend any more money. And then eventually, you know, we made our way back to Jersey and called it a night. So that was a great weekend to spend with my bestie. And then on the 6th, bright and early, I had to catch a flight to get back home. So that was on Sunday, and my flight was very early in the morning. While I was in the airport, I hate doing it, but I had no choice. I went and bought food in the airport, but of course I went to Dunkin'. I'm on the rewards system, so I had some points to accumulate, so I got 2 donuts for free, and then I went ahead and bought me a drink. So took that out of eating out, and that was a total of $5 for that. All right, so once I got back and reality set in, it was a work week. So I don't know about you, but during the week, I don't really spend a lot of money because I just go to work, come home, go to work, come home. So it doesn't leave a lot of room for me to spend. But I did go to 2 places on, I believe it was Tuesday. I did stop at Kroger and I bought myself a salad. I like to get this salad and eat it for lunch while I'm at work. Took that out of groceries and that was a total of $4. And then while I was out on the 8th as well, I stopped by Costco and I filled up my tank because, you know, I had to drive to the office for the week. So took that out of gas and that was a total of $16. My car wasn't on empty, so $16, you know, filled it up, which I'm not complaining about. But as for the week, you guys, and my spending, that's everything in terms of my expenses. So now that I have my expense tracker filled out, I fill out my weekly check-in and do my totals to make sure that the cash that I have in my cash dividers is accurate and prepare me for my spending for the next week. All right, so here we are with my weekly check-in. We are accounting for week 2 of August. So if I write my dates, we know that this was spending between August 4th to August 10th. All right, and this week in particular, I did not get paid. At the week before, we see I got paid, so nothing to add for any of these. So I will just go ahead and put 0 for everyone. And then to get our deductions, it's just everything that we already wrote. So for gas, we know that was $4.16, so I'm gonna write 16. Spending, I had 9 plus 23 plus 20, so that's a total of 52. Groceries, I did once, so that's -4. Toiletries, I also used once, so 15. Clothing, we have here, and that was 30. And then eating out, we have 20 plus 5 plus 5. So that gives me 30. All right, now that we have all of the deductions, let's go ahead and fill out our remaining. So the first one that we have is for gas. Gas, I don't have an actual cash divider for because I go to Costco to get my gas all the time. So they don't take cash. So I just keep that on my debit card. But if we have 136 that we started with the week prior, use 16, that means I have a remaining of $120 for gas. Moving along, we have spending. Spending, I started with $125 the week prior. We spent $52 this week. So that means I should have $73 left. So here we have spending. And within that, we have 20, 40, 60, 70, 71, 72, 73. So yes, that is correct. $73 for spending. Up next, it is groceries. Groceries started with $135. We spent $4. So I should have $131. Looking at groceries, that gives us 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 30, 31. So that is true, $131 for groceries. Up next, we have toiletries. Toiletries had 62, spent 15. So we should now have $47 in toiletries. 20, 40, 45, 46, 47. So that is true, 47. Here is clothing. Clothing had 110, we spent 30. We should now have 80. 20, 40, 60, 80. So that is correct. And then last up is eating out. Eating out, we had 30. We spent 30. So that is a whopping $0 in eating out that is left, which is no surprise to me because I never have any eating out money left over. But that will complete me checking in for my expenses for the week. So there you have it, everyone. That is just a quick and simple way that I go in and check my spending each week. As I always say, it's a nice time to reflect. If you see that some categories are low, then you need to change your budget to make it actually something that you can stick to within your budget. But overall, hope you were able to follow. Definitely let me know down in the comments if you did. Let me know if you have any additional questions or something else that you would like me to explain and show to you guys. As always, give the video a big thumbs up because that really does help and support the channel. Share it with those who you think would also enjoy it. And with all that, you guys, I will catch you next time in my next video. Bye, guys.